This is Salamancer, and today I'm going to make an attempt to connect with my target audience during this game. So, hey mate, throw another shrimp on the Barbie. Alright, and with that out of the way, so we're going to go on to an actual game here between Band of Brothers and Shut Your Face, Div 1 Australian play from the Oz Fortress Winter League 7, I think. Not entirely positive on that, but I think so. They are playing, I've got this now, I've totally got this. They are playing first to 5, and a nice kill there by Termo, the first one of the game. First to 5, or whoever wins at 30 minutes. So it is a little bit like ESEA, a little bit like ETF2L in both of those respects. Just kind of a hybrid between the two, and it's also a hybrid in terms of what they allow unlock-wise. Actually, yeah, they allow a little bit less than ESEA, although yeah, I think this season they got rid of the Gru and the Sandwich as well. So it's pretty much just like Gunboats and Equalizer, and a couple of unlocks here and there, which ESEA, I don't know, maybe the two unlock lists are kind of converging now, I have no idea. But Shut Your Face here, looking like they are off to an early start. Very nice mid-fight win. The thing is, their opponents, Band of Brothers, and that's B-A-N-N-E-D, that's funny, Band of Brothers did get their medic out, so they are going to be having an Uber to stop this push onto second. Going to make the red team pop first, and they're going to try and milk this for as long as possible. Got to be careful. 100 health left on Poke. I think he'll be okay. So they did manage to push their opponents out, but they lost 2 players, including their demo. And now, even though they've popped an Uber, they're going to lack some of the damage they need. And wow, look at they Leon. I think it's they Leon. Scout who was in there and actually killed a soldier while the Uber was going on. He was like right next to the medic, which just shows you how awesome that Scout is. So Shut Your Face, yeah, looks like they're in a really good position there. What pretty much happened when they pushed into second, they pushed in, they popped the Uber first, yeah, okay, and they actually didn't manage to force the enemy medic for quite a while, but Poke was waiting so long to pop that Uber that he lost a demo and a Scout before he even popped it, and so it was like 6 versus 4 at that point. And even with an Uber, sometimes you just don't have enough damage per second on the field to really take care of your opponents. Oh, look at this Scout coming in on Strerer. St-Reror. Saint Reror? No, you know what? I have no idea. But Shut Your Face coming in with the Uber once again, and this time around they've got a good 10 seconds or so of advantage. Yep, using that to take out Poke very easily with Drat, and Termo does not have any more sticks on the point, so that is going to be a nice quick round, showing that Shut Your Face is a very good team. We'll have to see whether BoB here can make a comeback. Maybe they're just getting warmed up. Come on, where is their demo man? There we go. He didn't have his view model loaded up for me. My bad. But yeah, Termo here for BoB. We're just going to see what his rollout looks like, and he is going to take that cliffside rollout, just like his opponent did last time. Looks like both the demos doing the same thing this time around as well. It's here on CP Warmfront. That is actually a very fast rollout to take. If you go out the left side and then sticky jump your way to the right side. It sounds weird, but it works. And now we have Bout coming in and getting a kill on Rain, so not too bad. De Leon coming in on the medic, though, and can he get the kill? Oh, no, he can't. Poke, actually, a lot of health left. Rad and Termo doing some good kills, and now Sheep is trying to chase down the red team, but actually those stickies could have killed him. You know what, though? Sheep is, he's looking not too sheepish after that. He got away just fine, so better sticky dodging than I have, I will say that much. Better reflexes. What even happened here? I don't even know. Apparently red team popped their Uber. Oh, there's this dead Scout here, so I guess we can say what happened, even though we didn't see it. My bad. A Scout did run in there and force the Uber. So now Band of Brothers with a huge Uber advantage. They're probably going to push in, yep, with Sheep, I do think. They're being a little bit cautious about this. It's not really going to... Oh, look at that air shot! Still forced the Uber, but man, okay. Yeah, anyway, they were being a little bit too cautious, I think, and considering where they were standing, that was not the right place to be cautious. Oh, Termo gets sticky trapped there now by Drat as well, so BoB could have had a pretty big aggressive push, and now they have lost almost all of their players. Something, a little bit of damage, is going to have to get the medic to heal him. Hopefully he has that crit heals. That means he won't take very long to heal up at all, and there you go, 185 health in like 2 or 3 seconds. His friendly Scout back here doing some good chasing down of the medic as well. They're both trying to get some damage down, but Poke still has about 60 health. So is going to be able to get away. And Band of Brothers is now losing the middle point after practically wiping out there. They are probably going to get their Uber back up, and so they're kind of just trading Ubers between teams right now, where each team will get about 50% on their opponents, but not be able to kill the medic. Problem is, BoB is still falling back. They've gotten a couple kills now on Shut Your Face. But, yeah, okay, they should be able to turn that into a counter push here, I think, onto mid. Taking out Bout, so the scout is gone. But we've got Termo walking up the cliff. Not even sticky jumping, just decides he wants to go up there with full health instead of getting there faster. Sometimes it's a good decision. And look at that soldier rotation there. Now Termo decides to jump a little bit far forward. He's got that health buff, and the high ground is so good as a demo man, as a soldier too, really, as practically anything. But there you go, Termo with a roller takes down Strerer, and Leon is gone as well. So this is a free Uber for Band of Brothers. They are turning it to their advantage as much as possible. Rain is going to try and take a jump onto the medic, finds him. 22 health left on Poke, just barely dodged that last rocket to stay alive, which does mean a continued Uber advantage of about 20%, and they are pushing past the second point right now. If they go quickly, they've got 5 seconds before the soldiers even respawn, and then they're going to have to actually get out of the doors, which is another story altogether. I think they will be able to get out of those doors, actually. But there you go, already there's a soldier in on top of the medic, and they are putting so much pressure on that somebody could just walk onto the point, and nobody paid any attention to it at all. That's gross. I don't even know what part that is, but that is gross. So let's see, we should see, yeah, we are seeing an equalizer roll out from one of the soldiers. And the demo man looking pretty solid, gotta say. One of these days I need to analyze like a Div 1 game here with, oh, look at that, being really aggressive. Not even bothering to take the covered route. Oh! Termo doing some nice work there, just barely dodging the spam though, and he's at low health, which means that he's going to have to stay kind of in cover. So meanwhile though, the Shut Your Face team has lost a lot of players. Oh, look at that jump! Rain did get taken out there, and Leon, the only man left alive, so he is gone now as well. Rep takes him out with the scattergun. This guy right here with the, what is it even called? The wing thing? I don't know. I forget. I actually think I gave one of those to somebody once, but whatever. I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, BoB looking real nice and solid. They, I need to cast this with, like, invite level American player, maybe. You know, something from Div 1 in Australia, just to see if they have an opinion on whether they could actually beat these Aussies. Because you know what? At I-46, we actually just might get to see these guys in action against American and European teams, believe it or not. There is some stuff in the works to try and get people some airplane tickets for various teams. And I don't know whether that's really going to actually happen or not, but I really hope it does, because the biggest... Oh, what are you doing, Poke? Oh, that was scary. Anyway, the biggest teams or the best teams, I'm sorry, in each of 3 continents will be facing off against each other to see who is best once and for all. Not sure what format they'd be doing. It'd probably be vanilla because it's being held in Europe. But oh man, barely getting out of there. Poke once again showing he's a kind of a master of survival in these situations. Oh, Shut Your Face just barely held on to that, and now they are pushing out with a 100% Uber against BoB's 50. So Rain is sneaking in here, doing some good damage so far. Nobody really paying too much attention to him because the Uber is already out, and it has forced the entire Band of Brothers team all the way back. Farisar, we haven't actually seen him on camera yet. Let's get him some FaceTime. Did he just get hit by that? I don't think he did. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, look, he's got a pocket medic. That's so cute. But yeah, Farisar has not gotten a lot of FaceTime, so we'll see what he does. But yeah, that crossbow that the medic tried to hit him with, it can be really useful to just walk up to a soldier who's really low health, whip out the crossbow, heal him for 100, and then put the medigun back on him. It's just a little bit faster way of getting him quickly up to health if he doesn't have those crit heals. So you can keep a push alive for just a little bit longer. But of course you can only really do it once, because then you got to reload that crossbow, and by the time you've reloaded you probably could have healed faster. So crossbow, very, very situational. Nonetheless, a lot of top medics use it all over the place because, I mean, it's a cute little weapon. You aren't going to see Harblu or CB or anybody like that using it, though. And there you go, the Uber is forced in for blue team, taking just a bit of damage, and they are going to have to drop out now as they didn't cause enough damage themselves. They just lost a rep as well to a scout, actually. And there you go, Rain, making it rain. I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. Meanwhile, it does look as if these teams are now trading players, and it is kind of devolving into a DM fight. Not a lot of cohesion once the fighting actually goes on. So Band of Brothers, 2 players left. Bout doing a pretty good job of making sure that his medic stays alive. He's going to just kind of play a screening role for him for a little while. maybe look to see if he can't make an opportunity open up. And Warmfront is actually a really good map for getting around behind your opponents just like this, or going for the back caps. Bout did a bunch of damage there to Strerer, and there you go, he gets finished off by Rad. That was a very good kill by Rad. Rad is, of course, down now, but played the roaming soldier role beautifully when that scout said, oh, their medic is so ripped, or whatever he said. I don't know what they say in Australia. But whenever he said that and called out the damage done to the medic, Rad just said, oh, okay, well, easy kill for me then, and jumped right in. That is exactly what you got to do. I mean, almost no matter who you're playing, but really, especially as a roamer or maybe even as a scout, that is your role. Go for those medics, especially when they are already hurt. So that was Bout, I think, right? Yeah, it was Bout, who absolutely turned the tide of this game, and so it is 1-1 right now, but it could very easily be 2-1 in just a little while. Drat goes down, so does Strerer, and that's not going to be good for the Shut Your Face team, as BoB is really pushing it now. They haven't even captured second yet, and they're already trying to get into last just because they want to get the frags, and that's pretty much what's going to happen. They've taken down Rain. Turmo could actually start laying some stickies on the door, which he needs to do. There he goes. And that's going to pretty much just guarantee the round win, because if anybody tries to walk out of there, that's what's going to happen! Sorry, Drat. There you go, that is a victory. And for some reason that door did not open for him, so he didn't get the kill that he wanted there in the humiliation round. Always fun to get those crit pills off, but he did not manage to do it. And so that was a very well played round by Band of Brothers. I thought this was going to be a little more one-sided, honestly. Just from looking at the first round, I was like, ooh, Shut Your Face has really good playstyle, but Band of Brothers has absolutely made it work for them. They've got some very aggressive scout and roamer stuff, and once they have an advantage, they are pushing it beautifully. So let's see whether Turmo can stay alive this time around. He's got a scout chasing him down, though. 45 health left, and they have killed Rain, but there you go, the scouts kind of rotating on top of him, and that's going to be something, getting the kill. And now both of the red scouts are just going huge, as are the soldiers as well, so boom! Goodbye to Sheep, and that is going to be Poke, the only man left. Drat's going to try and chase him down, but I think Poke is already way gone. Yeah, sorry, man. So pretty much Drat's just going to sit here on the second point, help capture it. Not using the pain train, is he? Wait, is he? 6 times 3. Yes, he is using the pain train, I want to say. Yup, there we go. That is that pain train right there. Forgot that I could totally just, like, click F on people. I could actually get the, I can do that for our scouts. I'll do that in, like, the beginning of the next round or something. But here comes the Uber right away from Strerer. So Shut Your Face. They show that once they win a mid-fight, they can win it big. At least they hope they can. But now they're losing a couple players once again to a pretty solid defense from Band of Brothers. And both soldiers getting aggressive. They want to try and chase down Strerer and prevent him from building up the next Uber. But they also need to get out here and cap, because if they don't, they're going to lose their opportunity. They've killed the 2 scouts, but there's still a lot of... Oh, no! A lot of damage classes on the field, but it doesn't matter. Poke goes down, and so they absolutely have to cap this. If they don't, they lose the round. Period. That is it. But there you go, they do cap the point, so at least Shut Your Face is going to have to go in and cap that once again. They need to keep their medic alive, and so far they're not doing that. Scouts are in on top of him. Leon goes down, and is this medic going to stay up? No. Strerer caught out. It seems like maybe there was just some miscommunication going on Shut Your Face, where they were like, wait, are we staying in? Are we staying in? And there was just one scout there to try and defend against, 2 scouts and 2 soldiers from Band of Brothers who were pushing forward. So once they called out the location to that medic, that was all she wrote. Band of Brothers turning an Uber drop into a successful push, which is not something you see every day. But Shut Your Face they just didn't play that right. That's pretty much how it went. So it's too bad for them. But right now it's 2-1, and it could actually end up being 3-1. A bit of an Uber advantage here for Poke. And wait a minute, is this the guy with... Yes, okay. What is it called? It's called... Oh, there it is, the Bonk Boy. I knew that. Sorry. Anyway, Band of Brothers now pushing forward once again to the second point over here. And we will try and not do so much of that over-the-shoulder camera type stuff. It is especially annoying to watch. Poke gets taken down once again. Did he have an Uber there? I don't even know. But Band of Brothers have been really hating Drat right now. In fact, they're probably saying, oh, Drat, into their microphones, because, believe it or not, that is actually something people say when they are upset. And there you go, Shut Your Face now turning this into a beautiful round for them. The Scouts, Leon and even... Wait, is Rain on Scout? No, I'm sorry, it was just a shotgun, I guess. Wait. Yeah, okay, no, that was a shotgun. My bad. But yeah, Rain really doing an excellent job there on the flanks as well, and on the cleanup. Once Band of Brothers lost their medic, everything went south, and they do have a heavy out here now. I almost said "and heavy." Why would you ever say that? Right now, he's actually... Oh, this is sneaky. He's going to walk out here as soon as the point starts getting captured, and they don't realize he's there. Now they do, though. And did it work? He got 1 kill, but he's got 86 health left. And there he goes. So, not a bad idea, but I mean, it turned out that somebody spotted him there, and very quickly, once a heavy is spotted, if he's not right on top of you, you can either dodge him or kill him quite easily. Now, there is an Uber left for Band of Brothers, and there isn't one for Strerer, but, I mean, having lost rep, this is not really a very advisable move. Poke walking into some rockets there. And he pops the Uber, so there you go. They are going to try and get out here onto the point and get the kills. Rain is down, but Strerer backing away very wisely from that, and he's got the duck combo going on here, the yellow hat. I mean, it looks okay. You know, maybe a little bit too summery for my tastes. But Band of Brothers do capture second point again. Strerer has an Uber, and they're going to push right back in with it. Not wanting to drop to sticky traps or anything like that. And a Band of Brothers now just retreating. They do have a back cap going on, but oh, they are going to stop it! Whoa, okay. Pretty crazy stuff going on right now. There is a back cap, and somehow Band of Brothers had a soldier that was that Rad? I think it was Rad. Snuck around behind the Shut Your Face team, and Valion is now the only one left alive for SYF. They are going to have to pretty much just rely on him to get a sneaky little kill here, but nobody's even walking in yet. I'm surprised at how slow BoB is playing this, because usually they don't, but maybe they're just concerned about a back cap. They're concerned about this guy right here, and so kind of wise to be concerned about that. If they don't see where he is, you know, I don't know, it's the right call. If you don't know where he is, you just kind of assume that he's going to be somewhere that you don't want him to be, and so you play cautious. Of course, in that case, it didn't pay off for them, because they could have capped a lot faster and not had to pop their Uber, but oh well. Shut Your Face, losing all their players pretty much. Farazar is down. And that's going to be Drat as well. There's only a scout left, and now they just had 2 spawners. But time 6 on the point means it's 3-1 with 12 minutes and 40 seconds left. So it's a surprising turn of events. I really don't know a lot about these teams, so I could not have said beforehand whether BoB or Shut Your Face is going to win. My apologies for that. But it is quite surprising given the ferocity that Shut Your Face showed in the first round. Now they've got a 2-round deficit. We've got Sheep getting healed up with those crit heals all the way up to 300. It's a beautiful thing to see 2 300 health soldiers dive bombing into the point. They're going to be staying alive for quite a long time. And there you go, they've taken down 2 members of Shut Your Face now. The DM battle going very heavily in favor of Band of Brothers. They have lost their demo though, and that could be what they need on Shut Your Face. Oh, there goes the demo for them as well. So it's 2 scouts versus 2 soldiers. Can the Band of Brothers scouts get the cap? Can they force back the Shut Your Face team? Actually, it looks like some of those soldiers... Yeah, okay, they're pretty far back right now, so the scouts will get the cap. The question is whether Shut Your Face will be able to defend their second, but they've got an Uber, so it's going to be almost a sure thing here. You almost always have a disadvantage when you are the pushing and attacking team, especially if your opponents have an Uber. I mean, they're going to pop it at some point, and they're going to get 8 seconds of invulnerability. So you're going to have to pop in first most of the time, unless you get some sort of crazy pick or a lot of damage on the medic or something like that. And you know, if you're going to go for that, it requires some risk taking. You know, send your bombing soldier in, or ghost sniper, which means that you're missing a scout. So if you're going to take those risks, then your opponents can just push out on you if they don't pay off. And there you go. The Uber is popped in first for BoB, popped second for our red team here. Shut Your Face. And they will have it just a tiny bit longer and are very easily able to hold on to the point so far. They've only lost a scout, and they've killed 2 soldiers so far. Turmo needs to start laying down some sticky traps and covering their retreat here, because they are going to need to retreat. Dropping back to the second point. It's getting a pretty close game here. And there you go, setting some sticky traps right on the point. I kind of like that. He sets some very visible stickies over here on the stove, so that these ones actually don't show up as well. He didn't get anybody with a trap, but that could be a useful thing. You know, you can try and force your opponents somewhere where they don't want to be with the visible stickies. And then you have the invisible stickies, or the very hard to see ones, in the place where you funneled them to. I kind of like that idea, if that's really what he was thinking. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. But, oh, he's going for the air shots. Cannot quite hit those, and he is taken out by Rain. So Rain, once again, turning him into a rain of blood. If you ever played Guitar Hero 3, by the way, Raining Blood, I could not finish that one on Expert. Ugh. I couldn't even start that one on Expert, now that I think about it. It's disgusting. But Shut Your Face with a very, very good push right now. And they have forced the Uber just now out of Band of Brothers. So the blue team will... Oh, they're going to try and cap second. But they've got somebody going for the back cap right now. It is Rain, and he's got a lot of health left on him. So he's probably going to get this back cap. Soldier coming in, though, and saving that point. Band of Brothers getting a bunch of kills. And now Shut Your Face. I mean, they tried. They tried. But it did not work. They're going to have to sit back on the middle point. I'm sorry. And they might lose it. But they actually might not. They're getting pretty close to an Uber right now. They need to get their reinforcements here. That's the real problem, because there's going to be a bunch of players coming in from the blue team. Band of Brothers pushing very, very quickly here. And so they've got a player advantage. They're going to try and get Rarer right now. Saint Rarer, SP's Terror, I don't even know. They're going to try and get him, and they do! Sneaking a soldier around from behind. Once again, that is rad with the sneaky, sneaky maneuvers. And that is a complete wipeout for Shut Your Face. So where I thought we were going to see a 3-2 there, Shut Your Face looked like they could have put something together. Now it is Band of Brothers just about pushing forward. And so that was a pretty nice little snipe there by something, actually. Good moment to off class. And he's going to look for this scout now. Can't quite hit him. And I'll tell you what, I tried sniping yesterday. I just was not on a roll at all. And there he goes. So Band of Brothers takes down the sniper. They do still lack one of their soldiers. I was trying to think of a way to say that that would be grammatically correct, because it's not what I meant to start the sentence with, if you know what I mean. But Band of Brothers, oh, losing a couple of players there. Both their scouts are actually down, and so watching their flanks is going to be very difficult for them. They could leave one soldier over there, but one soldier against two scouts is not a fun proposition, let me tell you. And Band of Brothers now sitting pretty far back once again on their middle point, because they know they're missing those players. Gotta wait for them to respawn, and it's going to take a while. So they're probably just going to have to give up the point here to Shut Your Face, which is exactly what's happening. They might push back in, but if they do, it's only going to be to try to pop the Uber out of Strerer, the yellow-hatted medic, because he's got an Uber now. And so that is going to solidify their push significantly. Probably going to have to pop it through here. This is a bad hold position. You really don't want to hold here, and that is why. You just lose your medic, because, yeah. Standing out here in the open, I've said it before, I will say it again, if you are defending and you're facing this way and you're trying to push out there, do not stand in this area and attempt to hold it, because there is so much high ground and there are so many flanking routes that you are just going to get completely owned. And Termo here is getting owned. That is, well, just like I said, you're going to get flanked, going to get owned. And so that is going to be Shut Your Face, capping the second point, taking just a little bit of spam here, but it's all going to get healed back up very quickly. And so the Shut Your Face team will probably want to be pushing in. No, okay, so they decide to slow play it. They could have tried to make a little bit of a soft push through these doors here, because they didn't have a demo man to deal with for a little while, but maybe they didn't realize that, or maybe they just thought they were a little bit too far away. I don't know. But yeah, they actually could have made a soft push and started doing some damage. You never know what's going to happen. You know, it might open up some opportunities. Band of Brothers now sitting back on their last point. They, Shut Your Face, not really in position to push with this Uber quite yet. They should have been just a bit further forward, because they don't want to be wasting time here, and that is what just happened. They wasted some time. Poke, though, does get taken out, so it didn't matter too much that they wasted that time, because they still had an Uber fast enough, and they are probably going to get the capture on this point. Scout trying to save it, but he can't do it. He was still alive in there. Maybe the double jump actually just took him too high, I guess, to be stopping the point. He was still in there, though. Whatever. All right, so it is 3-2 now. Band of Brothers with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to defend. They should be able to do that, but Warmfront, I mean, it's one of those 5 CP maps where you can actually cap really, really quickly, especially if the team Shut Your Face manages to win a couple really quick rounds. Especially if they manage to win the mid-fight very decisively. WM, by the way, the administrator, I think, of the Oz Fortress League. And there you go, Band of Brothers losing 3 or 4 players there. 5, actually, in total. And there goes Sheep. So Shut Your Face should be able to turn this into a win. at least a round win. Come on. You need to be pushing forward. There you go. Okay, so Scout... Wait. Was this guy using the Boston Basher? Stay Leon. He is! The Boston Basher is allowed. There it is. So they were trying to build Uber with that, just like in the ESEA stuff. That's kind of what you see on the North American side of things. And Team Shut Your Face is now going to poke in here to the left-hand side with their medic Strerer not popping the Uber on the Scout, but he didn't really care about him anyway. And there goes Rep. So a Scout down for each team. There is no Heavy out here, surprisingly enough. They could just walk onto the points. And there you go. Nice little sticky trap. So there's only one Scout left alive, and never mind. There is nobody left alive. Leon just respawned. So a very solid defense by Band of Brothers. I was thinking they would not get away with that, but they did, and so now they just have to watch the flanks. Make sure nobody gets in for a back cap, and so far nobody is really in position to do that. So they do cap their second point. Looking like they're clinching this game now because there's 4 minutes left. I mean, it's possible for their opponents to win, but Band of Brothers now has a bit of momentum, and they've got an Uber, so they might be able to take mid. The more points they take here, and the closer they get to their opponent's last, the easier it will be for them to win this round, because their opponents are going to have to spend longer and longer just pushing these points. They take out Leon and something. Neither Scout is left alive for Shut Your Face, so everything seems to be crumbling for our red team here in the last couple of minutes. Oh, Rep somehow staying alive. I wish I could be even like a tenth as good as he is. Whoa. Good reflexes on him. He saw the sticky trap there, completely avoided it, and Rain gets taken out. So Shut Your Face. Oh, this is demoralizing. They are now setting up sticky traps and being defensive inside their second point. And that does not feel good when you have just been at your opponent's last and you thought you were supposed to win it, but you lost a bunch of players to sticky traps and then they took the middle point from you. That's not a good feeling. There you go. They do take down Rep, and then they lose Leon at the same time, I guess. Did they just kill each other, actually? I think they might have. So there's a bit of pressure coming in from Band of Brothers, but they can slow play this now. They do not have to worry about it because they can just run the clock down, and they probably realize that. They may have even made the call to just kind of be a little bit defensive, a little bit cautious. There goes the demo, though. That's not defensive at all. That is very, very aggressive. And a Scout getting pretty aggressive here at the door as well. The Uber is popped through for red. They need to make something happen right now. They know it. And they do take down Termo. A nice kill. But they have not forced the Uber yet. So as they run back here, there you go. There is the Uber now. A Scout kind of sneaking around back through here. And he may go for a back cap. No, he's not. So Band of Brothers is going to be, well, they're trying to push in, but they're in a bit of trouble here, actually. 5-on-3, they should be okay. I thought they were taking a bit too much pressure. But at this point, well, there's back cap. Termo trying to stop that, but this Scout could just walk up and, oh! Thought he was going to completely own the Demo Man here. He did take a meat shot, but very good sticky laying and very good prediction from Termo. I like that. So, team, Shut Your Face, man. They are definitely looking like they have lost this game now. 2 minutes left. It would be exceedingly difficult for them to push all the way their opponent's last again. Not impossible. Of course, we have seen similar things happen in the North American scene. I'm not going to say which game it was, but Badlands. But Shut Your Face. I know, seriously, if you have not seen the Badlands game, don't even watch it on my channel, honestly. Go watch it on, like, ComFT, because they are going to upload all of the VODs there pretty soon. Video on Demand. Somebody asked what that stood for, and it stands for Video on Demand. But yeah, they are going to upload all the videos from that pretty soon if they haven't started already. So youtube.com/ComFT is where all of the official shoutcasts are going. And yes, it is one of the games that I shoutcasted, so I'm glad that if you watched it, that you did. But honestly, my cast is not as good, and I know it's not as good because I was there feeding information on who to put the camera on. So they, you know, the XTV cast especially is going to look really solid. BoB pushing in right now, and the Ubers are over. I'm not even sure why I said over like that, but it's not looking good for Shut Your Face. BoB do lose a couple players, and their medic is now, okay, going kind of crazy in here with one soldier left. This isn't really where you want to normally be as a medic. This is why. Somehow he managed to get away from that rocket, but just a tiny little bit of a poke on poke could have killed him. This Scout doesn't realize it and ends up eating a pill to the face. So Shut Your Face pretty much just lost their last chance of pushing out and winning the game. It is 3-2, and that is going to be your final score unless there's a crazy push in from BoB right now. 20 seconds left, and they are actually pushing in before they even have the Uber, so they might just want to turn this into a 4-2 victory. And that's pretty much all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Of course, do hit subscribe on youtube.com/fatmop, and oh, that looked painful. But do hit subscribe if you like seeing more of this awesome competitive TF2 action. I will be bringing to you more of the future. Of course, there you go. That is the game. Of course, one thing I do have to say is that I will be flying to Colorado next week, and so I may not have all the time in the world to cast. But do stay tuned, ladies and gents. Oh, okay.